Breaking news now on CBS 2 News at 6. 2 people shot dead, 1 assaulted in Banning. There are multiple crime scenes. Tonight, what investigators are doing to try to piece it all together. Hello, everyone. I'm Andrea Fujii.
And I'm Peter Dow. Police investigators in the Riverside community of Banning are combing through several crime scenes after several attacks, 2 deadly.
CBS 2's Laurie Perez is live in Banning, where a press conference just wrapped up. Laurie?
Andrea and Peter, yes, Banning police have a lot on their hands tonight, just updating us on what can only be described as a terrifying and confusing afternoon here in Banning and then in Beaumont. The chief saying what some have called a shooting spree, driving around. They describe a suspect driving around, shooting and assaulting people around Banning. The chief says it appears randomly. We do have some video from our chopper of how widespread this area under siege was around Banning and then leading into Beaumont. A total of 4, maybe 5 crime scenes. They are still trying to piece it together. Bear with me as I try and give you a timeline of what they've described as just after a start of just after 11:30 this morning. They got calls about shots fired in the 700 block of John Street. They say officers went there and found 1 man dead in a car, a passenger injured that they took to the hospital, who remains in the hospital tonight. About 10 minutes later, not that far away, they say shots fired, reports of shots fired from 1 car to another car. The driver of that car reported a driver in a white SUV approaching and firing into her vehicle. She had some minor injuries, glass to her face and arms. Then, about 20 minutes later at the AM/PM Arco on 22nd and Ramsey, another crime scene, an assault reported. They say police went there on reports of a man being beat up by the suspect. The description, the same suspect, a limited description, saying at one time he used a weapon. They weren't sure if it was a gun or what other kind of weapon, but he was supposedly beating up a man there. Then 20 minutes later, a 4th call for service. A passerby reporting that a car had crashed into a building. When officers arrived there, it appeared that the driver of that car had been deceased. To be clear, police say they are not 100% sure that car crash is directly involved with the shootings reported earlier, but they say it is in the vicinity of the original shooting and the driver of that car is dead. Then about 20 minutes later, this is going in 20-minute intervals, they got a call of a man trying to enter a car with a woman and children inside, trying to get into that car as they frantically tried to prevent him from doing that. Police say that just moments before, they'd been getting calls from neighbors about a man knocking on doors and asking if his children were inside, looking for children. So they're trying to piece those 2 together, see if there's a connection there. Then in the 1300 block of 8th Street, officers saw again the white SUV, a Chevy Tahoe. They stopped it there, and that was in Beaumont, and the Beaumont police did detain that person, and they say they found a weapon inside. A lot to go through here in both Banning and Beaumont. Police are trying to work together. They did have the assistance of California Highway Patrol and the Riverside Sheriff's deputies as they took over this whole town. Numerous people, they said, were calling into dispatch, of course, afraid about what they were hearing and seeing outside. Thankfully, that man has been detained at this time, and they're still trying to see what they had on their hands this morning. They say once they get a chance to talk to him, they'll have a better idea of what might have been happening with this man and what led him to allegedly go on this crime spree this afternoon. We are live in Banning. I'm Laurie Perez, CBS 2 News.
All right, Laurie.